So what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another holiday edition of the Black Dad Chronicles. Merry Christmas. I am joined for the third week in a row with my lovely wife, Robin. How are you, honey?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Late night edition. We are recording this just after 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday. And before I go any further, before I start the podcast officially, I gotta say rest in peace to the late great Combat Jack. Reggie Osei passed away at age 48 yesterday. Lost his battle with stomach cancer. If you didn't know Combat Jack for anything, if you knew him for one thing, he was hip hop. He had a way, speaking on the culture, and not just speaking on the culture, but sitting down and talking to people in the culture, from LL Cool J, D Nice, Uncle Luke. He's had so many people, you could say a lot of people are hip hop, you know what I'm saying? But you better include Combat Jack on that list of people who you say are hip hop, because, Combat Jack was really, the first hip hop podcast. I mean, he OG. We talk about a lot of people. A lot of people get the title OG. Combat Jack was the OG. It's a Combat Jack is the reason why I started to, this solo pod. He's the reason why I started the Black Dad Chronicles. Him and, like Michael Smith and Jamel Hill, Clock Radio speakers. They are influences of mine and reasons why I decided to jump full head of steam on with my solo podcast. I was doing a wrestling podcast, but that wasn't my show. It was me and three other guys. Hit the Ropes Radio, but Combat Jack was the reason why I started the Black Dad Chronicles, and it sucks that he's gone. I'm looking forward to hearing more and more from him, but the brother fought for as long as he could, man. But rest in peace. And fellas, get yourselves checked out. I had a health episode earlier in the summer where I talked about my sort of reluctance to go to the doctor properly. So, fellas, you got to get checked out. You got to get eating right. You got to get exercising. You know what I'm saying? You got to treat yourself right. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the late, great Combat Jack. So, now that that's all out of the way, we had a long day.
Yeah.
Finished up our Christmas shopping for the kids. Got some of the nieces and the nephews. Well, got the nieces and nephews finished today too. I've been finished with Robin. Well, I got Robin finished yesterday. I still don't even know if Robin got me anything for Christmas yet, just because that's how she rolls. Still waiting on the anniversary gift, honey. I'm not
Really?
I'm not gonna be petty. But anyway.
Really?
So.
You're not.
No, I'm not gonna be petty.
That's what that was.
I was not. What are you talking about?
Okay.
So, what are we talking about today?
What was it? Christmas dinner?
Yes, we are talking Christmas dinner. The reason why we are talking Christmas dinner is because the year of our Lord 2017, Courtney McIntosh decided to go plant-based. And this is my first, so I've been using my first, this is my first plant-based holiday. Well, no, Thanksgiving was my first plant-based holiday. So this is my first plant-based Christmas. I gotta turn the TV off, because even though I have it on mute, I'm just like, ESPN sometimes at night be having them as seen on TV commercials, and they just be drawing me in regardless of whatever it is. So this is my first plant-based Christmas, And the reason why that's significant is because we host Christmas dinner at our house
Yep. Every year.
every single year. Like last year was probably our biggest year. We
Yeah,
had
it was.
probably, kids included, we probably had over 50 people at our house. You
Ooh,
know,
that's so many people.
it is, and we have a, we have a nice sized house, but and it didn't feel cramped because
Yeah, it didn't.
we had people in each section of the house.
Every room had different people.
Yeah, I was with the kids in the middle room where the Christmas tree is. All right, so I gotta tell y'all something. So let me see. We have 3 kids. Then we have 3 nieces and 3 nephews. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 nieces, 3, blood nephews and nieces. So that's 9 kids right there. You know what I'm saying? Robin's best friend, Trina, has 3 of her own, and she just adopted 3. So that's 6 kids. I don't know if Trina's coming over this year. She is invited. But we are going to have a house full of kids. And I don't even know if I'll be able to handle myself. So last year, I'm the big teddy bear when it comes to the kids. I'm always the one like entertaining the kids. Like my niece Shannon just had a Christmas program yesterday, and I went and I was hanging with my 2 baby nephews the entire time, keeping them occupied. And boy, they some humdingers. Boy, I ain't even gonna lie, man. Shanae kids, well, they all full of energy. You know what I'm saying?
She be trying to tell you.
But so my wife, not only my wife, but my mother-in-law too. They both posted pictures of me knocked out.
Yeah, you asleep
Next to a stack of blocks. About 8:30 last year, I was like knocked out just because I've been playing with the kids, and our kids leave me alone on Christmas. It's the babies that that get me. So.
But you love it.
Yeah, I do. I'm not complaining at all. It just tires me out. So Christmas is the one day I don't have to worry about falling asleep because I'm usually asleep before Robin.
Yeah, every year.
So last year, they posted a picture of me knocked out next to some Duplo blocks because me and my nephew were building blocks, and
he got up and he left you.
Yeah, I guess after he noticed I was asleep, he just bounced. So, yeah, that's what it's like. That's what my Christmas usually is. Spend the earlier part of the day finishing up the food, talking to everybody over the NBA games. So my father-in-law comes over and usually can trolls my little brother, about basketball like the entire day, and it's the most hilarious thing because my father-in-law does it on purpose, knowing that my brother's going to take the bait, and no matter what, every year he takes the bait. So unfortunately we won't have this year because Pop just I talked to Pop yesterday. He has to work on Christmas, so whatever. But I'm still looking forward to the fun.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get cracking on this menu. Let's get to talking about this menu. So when I tell you we do it big. We do a huge spread usually. Like last year I roasted 3 chickens. We had ham. We had meatballs.
Did we have a turkey last year?
We had a turkey breast last year.
Yeah.
We had probably like 10 different sides.
Yeah.
We had. I usually because I'm a baker. Excuse me. I bake. So usually every year, I try to just figure out a new dessert to bake. So last year was when I pushed myself. I made a molasses cake, and it had like a vanilla cream in the middle. Man, this cake was sticky as hell, but that cake was so good, and I wouldn't mind doing that again this year. But I just want to try something different. I haven't decided what that different is going to be yet, though. I have a couple ideas.
You can figure out soon. I have to go grocery shopping.
Yes, you do have to go grocery shopping. So, like I said, this is my first Christmas being plant based. So when Robin and I were going over the menu, you know,
Hard.
it was hard for her because, you know, she is anti plants. My mom is anti plants.
Anti-plant.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
So stop it. So let's go ahead and get to this menu, Robin. What do we have? I want you to list the sides.
Alright, so for sides, there's cranberry sauce.
Which I make homemade. I don't mind the canned stuff, but it's homemade cranberry sauce. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Nothing else. No can. We not opening no cans. You know what I'm saying? We had to crack open the can on Thanksgiving, which, like I said, I don't mind, but I totally forgot to make some for Thanksgiving. So it's all, and it's just, you know, 3 ingredients. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Can we get through the
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
the
Go ahead.
list?
Go for it. What else we got?
Mashed potatoes.
Vegan mashed potatoes,
There's sweet potatoes.
sweet potatoes, vegan. And she looks at me. So here's so Robin and I got into a heated staring match yesterday when we were going over this particular item on the list. You know, because her mom makes really good sweet potatoes, but she piled. My mother-in-law uses probably like a whole bag of brown sugar and a pound of butter in her sweet potatoes, and that's a lot. But so I was like, you know, vegan, and Robin looked at me like I was crazy, and she was like, well, you don't candy your sweet potatoes. I'm like, okay, I know how to candy sweet potatoes. Last year I was trying to do something healthy, and I tried to roast them. You know what I'm saying? And that, I'll be honest, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to.
Not at all.
You know, but this year, hey, I know how to make candy yams, sweet potatoes. And I can easily replace the butter with, you know what I'm saying, coconut oil or, you know, Smart Balance or whatever. Which is what I'm going to do. While you looking at me and giving me the evil eye. That's what I'm going to do. So, get off of that hateration.
Anyhow,
Don't need no hateration or holleration in this dancery.
some greens.
Vegan greens, which my mom is providing. And my mom is doing them because she did them for a holiday.
For Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but before that, I want to say she made some on the 4th of July. Because my brother says he's vegan, but he still loves cheese, so he's not really vegan. So, and they were really good. So she made the vegan greens again for me and him at Thanksgiving, and they were really good. So Robin asked me yesterday, like, you know, if you want the greens to be vegan, why don't you ask your mom? I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I asked her today. My mom's bringing the vegan greens. Next.
Dressing.
All right.
Not gonna be vegan.
It's not going to be vegan. So okay. So white people call it stuffing. We call it dressing. It's dressing. And I'll put Robin's dressing up against anybody's, hands down. You won't beat it, point blank, period. So, for Thanksgiving, I asked Robin, like, yo, babe, can you take that same, you know, your beloved dressing that I love so much and make it vegan? She didn't want to do it, so I think she might have sabotaged it on purpose.
I did not.
Cause
I did not want to waste my time, but I did it.
Yes, she did it. And I'll be honest, I did not like the way it came out. So,
Taste-wise, it was okay.
yeah, taste-wise, it was okay. The texture of it was
Texture
kind of
was
like gelatinous. Yeah, it was, yeah.
Gelatinous mush. It was
Yeah.
gross.
So, you know, I'll try to work. That'll be something I work on next year to try to perfect, you know. So it'll be her chicken, you know what I'm saying, dressing, which, like I said, I'll put it hands down up against anybody else. Next.
Green beans.
I mean, green beans are self-explanatory, and we don't use the can. We go get the fresh French style, not French style, I'm sorry. We get fresh green beans, and we just hook them up.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Okay, so I was saying that I used to say, and I still say that, I put Robin's mac and cheese. So I had this hard conversation with my mother, and I told her that, hey, Ma, Robin's mac and cheese got you beat. So I think my mom took that as a challenge to step up her mac and cheese game. So for Thanksgiving this year, my mom broke out this mac and cheese with like 7 different cheeses, and then crushed Cheez-Its on top. And I'm like, wait a minute, what is this? And so I got a little bit of it, just to taste. You know what I'm saying? Just because like now, because I've stopped eating cheese and dairy, like it really messes my stomach up. So just a taste. And it was really good. Still not touching Robin's, but she stepped her game up. So that Robin's gonna make the mac and cheese because Robin always makes the good Velveeta mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying? I do have a vegan alternative that I'm gonna use. That I found that I like. So that'll be my side of mac and cheese that I make.
Okay. Potato salad?
Yeah, we're having potato salad. Self-explanatory. I'm not gonna eat any. Robin just wants the potato salad, just
I
because.
eat potato salad because I like potato salad.
Yeah, her aunt was making potato salad, and it was good for a while. And then like last year, she brought potato salad over, and it was kind of butt cheeks. And I can say that you said yesterday it was watery.
No, I said it can get watery.
Okay, butt cheeks. So, and I can say that because I know she's not going to listen to the podcast. So,
anyhow, Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, Brussels sprouts. Hey, we black people that eat Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
I mean, no way, no ifs, ands, buts about it, man. We love Brussels sprouts in our house. So I'm going to just take the Brussels sprouts, season them up, roast them. You know what I'm saying? All good.
Asparagus.
We love asparagus too. All 3 of our kids like asparagus too. So I
Not
mean,
me.
well, yeah, Robin doesn't like asparagus.
With
So
sticks.
and usually I just roast asparagus too. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just roast the asparagus with some garlic. You know what I'm saying? Some lemon, all that.
Baked beans.
Yep, I'm making baked beans for the first time. I've never made baked beans
You've
before.
never made baked beans before.
So, I'm making baked beans for the first time. I got, I'm starting off with not canned beans, but some jarred beans. And I'm not going to make a lot.
Because you've never made them, so you don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Because you don't know.
Yeah, I don't
want to
want
come out like.
And look, man, I'm a damn good cook, but sometimes when you don't want to mess up when you first do something, and it's like Bush's baked beans in the can, they're pretty good, but I'm doing this on my own. They're gonna be vegan, and we'll see how those beans come out.
Okay, so that was all the sides.
All right, sides. So let's get to the main event. What we gonna have for the proteins for y'all nasty ass meat eaters? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Ham.
Ugh.
Chicken.
Yeah, I'm gonna roast some. Do the same thing I did last year. Just roast some chickens. I did like 3 different flavors of chicken. I had like a garlic and herb.
Find chickens on sale.
Yes.
That's key. And
We should go to. We'll go to GFS.
Oh,
Yeah.
GFS.
Right. Haha. All right. So chickens, ham. What else?
If I could find a decent turkey breast.
Then like, kids in our family love meatballs.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have meatballs again. Probably some barbecue meatballs, which
Make some plain because your mother likes plain.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, my mom, for some reason, hates barbecue sauce. So, yeah, I'll have some plain. Yeah. So.
I mean, because you can always put them in. You can always put them in barbecue sauce afterwards.
True.
Like do one set plain and one set with barbecue sauce and call it a day. And you said vegan meatballs.
Yeah.
And so, meatballs.
Yeah. So, my boy Meech, his wife Shauna, has been vegan for like 4 months, 5 months. So he gets her these meatless like Gardein meatballs. And he said, like he swears by him. Said the kids can't necessarily tell the difference. So, try to find some of them, see how they, see how we living with that.
Okay, that's all we have for meat.
That's all we have for meat. So, let's get to the glamour. Okay, let's get to the glamour part of the night.
The dessert.
The desserts. Robin and I both bake.
Yep.
Robin and I both bake.
We haven't baked in so long.
You haven't baked in so long.
Baking depends on how I feel once I finish cooking.
Yeah, because Robin. So, here's the thing. Like I usually do all the proteins. Robin does the majority of the sides. Robin does the mac and cheese. Robin does the dressing. Robin does something else.
Something else.
Yeah, but her mac and cheese and her dressing are long processes. So
dressing especially. Dressing is a nice little process.
Yep.
Takes a while.
So
usually I do the sweet potatoes, I do the mashed potatoes, I do dressing, I do the mac and cheese. If I do potato salad, I do potato salad. We never had roasted vegetables before the past couple of years, so.
What are you talking about? Yes, we have.
We're in Florida, and before here we didn't do roasted vegetables.
You said the past couple of years. We've been back in Michigan for 7, 8, no.
I know, but we didn't
9 years.
We didn't do roasted vegetables before.
That's true. That's because we had those,
We had enough sides before. Because we do have, like you and Corey, we have to have more vegetable sides.
But also, remember, I also hadn't gone to culinary school yet, so hadn't like really, explored things outside of green beans and corn.
Yeah,
because usually we usually have, buttered corn every year too.
Kids haven't been eating corn,
True.
so
nobody really eats corn on Christmas because it's not a Christmas food.
no.
So, corn is one of those summer foods, or like, we ain't got nothing else to eat, so we just gonna break out this can of corn.
And the kids won't eat the can of corn anymore. So.
Right. So, all right. So, the highlight portion of the night. Okay. Oh, we also go get the King's Hawaiian rolls. You know what I'm saying?
Probably see about dinner rolls from work.
Yeah, because her job,
I work at Panera.
So they have some fire rolls.
We now have brioche rolls.
Yep.
And our brioche rolls are actually pretty good.
Super hot fire.
Super hot fire.
Mm-hmm. They're really good. So
yeah, so I'll see about getting some of those on Sunday maybe.
But then King's Hawaiian and then cornbread. I love cornbread.
Yes, we have to have cornbread. We have greens.
Robin does this thing where she like puts cornbread on. She put greens in the bottom of a bowl. And then put cornbread on top and eat them together. That's the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life. No. Yes, it is. I understand some people like to have some people don't like to have their food touched, but some people like their food like laying all over each other, sexy like, and that's just you're not supposed to top greens with cornbread because you know what?
I put cornbread on the bottom too. Sometimes it depends on if I have them on the bowl or.
Boy.
What?
That's gross.
What's the difference between you putting it on a fork and you dipping one in the fork?
First of all, who eats cornbread with a fork?
No, you eat greens with a fork, right?
Correct.
So if you eating
you
greens
said putting one on a fork and then dipping it into the other one. Nobody eats cornbread with a fork. Not even Johnny Cakes.
If you're eating your greens and you put it on the same fork, so you get it all in one bite. Yes, you would eat cornbread with a fork.
You're reaching.
That's fine. You can say I'm reaching, but that's how I eat.
Now, if it was chili, I understand.
That's how I eat. Thing. So it's fine. Everybody don't eat like me, and that's okay. Anyhow, let's get back to our desserts.
All right, yeah, let's go to our desserts.
Apple pie.
Yep, we got apple pie. Robin is part of a supper club with our friend Liz.
I am.
And, every once in a while they get together and make stuff. So this past meeting they made apple pies and apple butter.
Apple butter.
Apple butter is fire.
It's amazing.
Yep.
Cookies of some sort.
Yeah, we always have cookies because, kids like cookies. And adults like cookies too.
Yeah. Apple cinnamon muffins.
Yep. So I'm gonna use the apple butter, and we're gonna make apple cinnamon muffins, yo.
And then a cake of some kind.
Yes, I haven't decided what kind of cake I'm gonna make. So, we are gonna make a cake of some kind. But I don't know. I just don't know because it's gonna be a plant-based cake. So, just haven't decided like, yo, what kind of cake I'm gonna make. But there's a great website that I always go to get all my vegan stuff. The only thing, man, the only thing I really wish, I wish food websites and food blogs would put the recipe first instead of like a story of how you got to the recipe and what inspired the recipe. Because that, you know what I'm saying, I don't be having time to just scroll all the way down the page and continuously
so
scrolling to get to the very bottom of the dang page just for the recipe.
But they want you to, but the reason why they do that is because they want you to actually become an actual reader of their blog. So you read, and then there's the recipe.
I only came to the blog looking for a recipe. I don't need
Well, that's you, but that's what they want you to do. So why would they not do it?
I mean, I guess. Never had a food blog before, so I don't know how to food blog. So, hey, who am I to give somebody, food blog advice? I'm just saying, food bloggers put the recipes all the way up top. Thank you.
And then regular drinks, that's all. And water.
Yeah, got water. I think I might try to make some vegan eggnog. Excuse me. First of all,
eggnog, period.
eggnog
So
is
for me,
delicious. It's
gross.
like drinking a milkshake with like spices, and then sometimes, Hennessy.
That's gross.
You just had a vanilla milkshake earlier today.
Yes, I know, but it wasn't spiced.
Oh my goodness, man! It wasn't spiced.
And there's Hennessy. I don't like Hennessy.
I don't like Hennessy either. I never drink spiked eggnog because it's gross. Like, alcohol mixed with certain things just shouldn't happen. Like, alcohol with coffee, stop it. You drinking alcohol with milkshakes because restaurants do that, and bars do that. Like, stop it. That's gross. Like, alcohol totally doesn't sit well with the
dairy.
Yeah, with dairy. So
well, that's the menu.
that's our menu. You know what I mean? And we're gonna have pictures and stuff up on the Black Dad Chronicles Facebook page. I promise you guys, 2018, I'll be more active on the Black Dad Chronicles Facebook page. You know what I'm saying? I'll be doing some Facebook Live stuff. I might actually start Facebook Live in a podcast. It's a good ass idea.
Oh boy.
Ding.
Oh, don't make me have to actually make sure I look decent.
Oh my goodness.
What?
So are you saying you're going to be joining me on this podcast sometime?
More often.
More
I
often?
guess.
Oh yeah? I like that. I like doing stuff with you.
I think we can do a couple episodes in February. Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I guess we could.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Tax season, because my wife is a renowned TurboTax user.
I am. We might have to pay somebody this year though.
Okay. We're not going to disclose why though. We don't need everybody, knowing our business. All right. So that's it.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to talk about. I'm tired.
Me neither. Yo, tell us what y'all got popping for y'all Christmas menu. You know what I'm saying? Go to www.facebook.com/The Black Dad Chronicles. Let me know. Hit us up. What y'all having for Christmas dinner? Just because I like. You know what I'm saying? I'm a foodie. I hate that term too.
You do.
I love food, and like food is my life. I can't see myself doing anything other than cooking. So that's why I love food like that much. Yeah, man, just hit us up, show us pictures. I'm definitely gonna have the spread of what we had, you know what I'm saying, for Christmas, you know what I'm saying. So, but thanks guys for tuning in this week.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you all. Oh, remember, you can always join the conversation at the Black Dad Chronicles Facebook page. You can also shoot me an email if you know a dad who would like to tell a story, just to talk about, or just to have a, not just tell a story, but just to have a conversation about fatherhood. Because everybody who's a dad has, everybody has different stories about their journey in fatherhood. So that's what I'm trying to tell. So 2018, more of that is coming. I promise you guys, more of that is coming. So if you know anybody, or if you want to, just have a conversation about fatherhood, just hit me up, blackdadcron@gmail.com. Like I said, there's also the Facebook page. And Instagram, you can follow me, Black Dad Chronicles. It's just a bunch of pictures of me, my kids, my wife, comic books, some pictures of food. I don't post a lot of food because I don't like being those, I don't like seeing those pretentious people at restaurants just snapping pictures of their food. Oh, look at this. It's so awesome. No, that's not me. It's food is supposed to be eaten. So, but yeah. So, we good?
We good.
All right. So, in the words of the illustrious dear brother Combat Jack, live your life, dream those dreams, because a life without dreams is black and white, and the universe flows in technicolor. Peace.